everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm not Bryce, as some of you said in the last video I made. I'm Mitchell, one of Bryce's best friends. We met probably like 6-7 years ago at the county fair, and I've been in a few of his videos before, and he asked me to take a few videos once in a while. And today we are cutting our alfalfa hay, and I'm gonna put together a video of us raking, baling, and everything, and explain to you what dry haying is. So in my last video, we wet baled our cereal rye, and today we're cutting this to try to dry bale it. Now the difference between that is when you wet bale it, you are going to leave about 30 to 50% moisture in there, depending on what you get, and then you're going to wrap it, and you're going to hope it ferments. Now the fermentation process that occurs is anaerobic fermentation, which means that oxygen is excluded. We do not want any oxygen. And there's actually a tube of wrapped bales up there, just like that cereal rye we made. And the reason you wrap it is to exclude the oxygen, to make sure that anaerobic fermentation occurs, and that way the feed will increase its values by the microbes that do the fermentation process. The hay that we're cutting today is an alfalfa mix. It's mostly alfalfa. There's some grass in it. I'll try to find some grass heads here for you. This is orchard grass, and orchard grass is the main grass that grows in first crop, but there's also some timothy in here and I have a little bit of orchard, but those are the main things that's in this crop. So when we dry bale this, we're gonna try to get this under 15% moisture is the goal. And by doing that, it can store inside a shed and it doesn't need any cover and it's not gonna rot. And so these are the wet bales that we did here last year, these leftover. But that's the way most hay is put up nowadays, like horse hay or any bales you see like corn stalks, those are all put up dry. And they're usually under 15% is the goal that we try to get this to. Well, the hay got too dry on us, and my dad had to rake this morning at 5:45 because it was too dry to do when the dew was off, so I did not get any video of him raking. So I'll just get it of him baling. Alfalfa, measure now. Yep, she's in. 12%. I think that is as good as dry hay can get. So inside the cab, he has a monitor that tells him how many inches of the bale is. And I believe these are 66-inch bales. And then once it buzzes that it's full size, he stops, backs up a little, and then he has to tie the strings on it. So right now the strings are tying, and on the front he's got a gauge that shows how many of the strings are tied. And once he gets to the end, the strings are cut, and then he should be opening it here in a little bit. Try to, and there he goes. He opens it, and then it rolls off those ramps, closes it, and then he pulls forward. As soon as it closes, then he takes right off back for another one. He's gonna keep on baling, and I am going to get the truck, trailer, and skid loader, start hauling in bales. All right, I'm headed to get the truck and trailer, and I said something in the beginning of the video I thought I should explain. So I said that my dad raked this in the morning when the dew was on, and some of you might not know why that is, and it is because the hay was so dry. If he waited till the sun came out later today, that all the leaves would fall off the alfalfa. Now, alfalfa is a very nutritious crop for beef cattle and dairy cattle. As a matter of fact, beef cows don't even really need that much of it because they don't need quite the energy and protein that dairy cows do. But if we would have raked it when it was drier, we would have lost a lot of the leaves that are on the plant, and then we would lose a lot of our nutrition value. So we would lose a few bales, but the bales that we did get would be very poor quality bales. They would be all stems. So that's why he did it right away this morning, first thing. Skid loader's loaded up, and since the hayfield's in the same square I live in, I think I'm gonna try the new Bluetooth straps that just came out. Well, I'll be dingled. The Bluetooth straps made her. Basically what's going on is I got 4 on, I can fit 2 more on each side and the bottom and 3 on top. So we got 2 for that side there, 2 for that side there, and then my 3 lined up right back there for top. And by doing that with it nice and tight, hopefully I can limit the turning on the hayfield so I don't rip it up so much. And do my best to get that lined up straight. What do you say? Right there, looks good. First load's loaded, headed back. That's green. We made her back to the farm. This first crop hay is gonna go inside here since it's such nice hay. Nice hay. Wow, I didn't even see that. I put those Bluetooth straps right back on the hay. Work on hay and skid loaders. Well, good news. Got the first load unloaded and my skid loader man is coming right now, so I do not have to walk back and forth anymore. She's a warm one out there. I'm glad the AC does not work inside the skid or the truck. Who the hell is that guy? I think we know him. Well, what are you doing here?
Well, I figure I better show up since you're kind of making a video for me, so.
Think this is your channel or something?
Yeah, I do.
How do you feel this morning since we had a wedding yesterday?
Felt a little rough this morning, but
you know what?
It was fun.
We celebrated Grace's and Riley's wedding. That's
Riley,
what matters.
If you guys remember Riley from a live stream I had on Christmas Day, actually, he got married last night, so we had it was really fun. So congratulations, Riley and Grace, if you're watching this.
Minnesota's newest couple as of today.
Feeling the burn from my 9 to 5. End of the week, but I'm still alive. It's gone too slow, that ticking the talk. Can't take these eyes off of that old block. Well, it's almost time for the moon to shine and forget that word.
Well, we're here bailing, and my friend from college, Jacob Heigl, texted me and he's like, hey, I'm in Rochester. Can I come out and ride? So he came and he rode for a load of hay with us, and he's from the Twin Cities, so he doesn't get to see cool stuff like this very often. So glad to have him come out. Maybe we'll have a couple more visitors in the future. All right, we got the last load on. Field is empty.
Done. Heading home.
Bryce and I are heading back to get it unloaded. My brother is taking back the skids, so I'm gonna beat him to the field drive here, and then we'll go get these unloaded.
All right, so we're just getting back to the yard here. We've got a pretty steep hill to go up here, so what we got to do is auxiliary power. Oh, just like that.
Made her.
Top of the hill, we'll flip these off. Saves on fuel. Great. Time to get these unloaded.
2.5-week-old pheasant chicks. They're from McFarland, which I'm pretty sure it's Janesville, Wisconsin. Local place gets them fairly cheap. They're supposed to be 90% hens because the roosters go to game farms, but I raise them till 5.5, 6 weeks and then release them out in the wild, and then I also take care of predators and find a bunch of food plots for them, try to help the wild population. So basically the pheasants we get them when they're a day old, and then we have them inside in the brooder boxes, and once they get, how old until they come out? 3 weeks, and then they come outside to the fly pen that we have built here. And this is just a hoop building. We have plywood on the bottom so coon don't reach in, and then we have wire buried along the grass here so that they don't dig in. And we have it open like this so that air blows through, with tin on top so that they can stay out of the rain. And this is what you call a fly pen.
All right, so we just dropped Jacob off, and what you guys just saw there was what he kind of does for a hobby is he gets pheasants. Does he get them as their chicks or eggs?
Yep, a day old chicks.
Yep, he gets them as their chicks and he raises them up. And when they get to 3 weeks old, they go to that fly pen like Mitchell said. And then at what age?
At 6 weeks, we turn them out into the wild because that's when they start turning like cannibal. So they start killing each other. So your options are turn them out or put blinders on them. So we just let them out at 6 weeks.
Let them go in the wild because there's not a lot of them around here. So
try to get more if we can.
Yep, pretty cool.
All right, got all the first crop hay done on our nice field, and now my dad's cutting hay on the water runs. So it looks like we will have more hay to do coming up in the next couple days.
So me and Mitch were out just crop scouting here, and I was telling him what I hate most of all is the gophers. You see their mounds they got here? I can't stand them.
Not one bit.
Gophers.
Okay guys, this is going to be the end of the video. My dad got all the water runs cut in a couple other small fields. And
we're just sitting out here right now. Just enjoying the sunset.
Look at that sky. That is really pretty.
that's pretty. So I'll get this edited right now, which you already know because you're watching the video.
I have more stuff to say quick, okay? So, like Mitchell said at the beginning of the video, this is one of my good friends, Mitch, okay? And I work 2 jobs. I haven't had a lot of time to make my own videos, and when Mitchell gets home from his job, he asked me one day if he wanted to get some clips for one of my videos, and I said, hey, just make your own video and we can put it on my channel. And if you guys like seeing him and what he does around here, let me know. And if you don't want it, well, too bad, because we're probably going to keep doing it.
Or I can keep doing it.
Yeah,
There we go. Whatever you guys
just so you know who this guy is, and if you go back to my very previous videos, you'll see him there in a couple videos.
Yeah, I went to college, so that's why I've kind of been, so you guys you new guys probably haven't seen me in a while.
Yep, but summertime, he's back, so we're going to make a lot of videos, and I showed up today in this video, so it should make it twice as good. So
See you next time.
yep, see ya.